Hi everybody, this is Bruce Falli and welcome to AP Chemistry. States matter, solid, liquid, or gas. Do you have to memorize the capitals for these things? The excited questions of kids is what I love and maybe what I think Zoom has taken away the most from this. I love this class. The questions that come from this class are typically brilliant, fun, deep, exciting, interesting, and on topic sometimes and a lot of times too, which is great. So I try to foster that so that kids know that challenging themselves is a good thing and we should push as much as we can. So that's the first part about me. So here's the rest of the stuff about me that you may or may not be dying to know. Education, I have a BA in molecular biology from Indiana University. I was considering the medical school route and I didn't want to take classes anymore. Isn't that fun? And I was inspired by 0 teachers in all of my educational career to become a teacher. None, not a one, zip, zilch, nada. I was inspired by Tim Wilson, who was a comedian that I saw at Indiana University, who did some great comedy bits with history. And I thought, wow, that's fun. I wonder if I could take science, which is much harder, and make it just as entertaining. The answer is no, but I try, and it might have been better than what I had before. I have a master's in secondary education in Cambridge College, and I did a whole bunch of PhD work. I didn't finish my dissertation at IIT in science education, which is a great, great place. Where science education is real and not as soft as a lot of other science education stuff. Love it. So, teaching background. My first teaching gig was at Gavitt Junior Senior High School in Hammond, Indiana. So Gavitt was the pride of Hammond, and I tried to contribute to that, and I think I did. It was an inner city school with gang problems that we learned how to deal with gangs and poverty problems and all kinds of things that I hadn't dealt with before. So I wet my beak a little bit in some areas that were new to me, learned a lot, taught a lot, helped a lot of kids, and grew as a teacher. Then these two kind of happened at the same time, Moraine Valley and Lyons Township. I actually started at LT first. And then once I got my master's, I could teach at Moraine Valley. I loved the idea of teaching at Moraine Valley. I wanted to teach AP Chemistry. When I was at Gavitt my last year, they asked me to look into teaching AP Chemistry. And Moraine Valley allowed me to teach the same class that AP Chemistry was on a college campus. So I got to see how a college ran their lecture and lab, saw some different twists for some different things, learned some new tricks, learned some new methodologies and some different mindsets of kids, and it was great. So I loved it. So I was a gladiator at Hammond. I was a cyclone in Moraine Valley, and now my favorite part is being a lion. So at Lyons Township High School, I taught chemistry, AP Chemistry, and 2 years ago, my midlife crisis was not buying a convertible. It was teaching physics. They needed somebody to teach one section of physics, and I stepped up because I wanted to challenge them. Teaching with an entirely different group of teachers gave me some more tricks to put in my bag, gave me some more excitement. I had to challenge myself to relearn things I hadn't remembered. I had to struggle with a little bit, and it was good. And I tell kids to embrace the struggle and enjoy it. I try and sell that to them, and I do it myself. Which gets me to another place where I do it. Personal information and interests. So I try and fall in love with other people's passions. I don't know why I haven't said, oh, I've always liked whatever. I didn't always like anything. I liked what other people liked, and I jumped in with them, and I had a good time with them. I'm married with twin daughters who are in 8th grade, and they're attending school in person, so they get a better interaction than what we're able to give on Zoom. But I'm giving it my best. I think I've got a decent bond with classes. I wish I could have more individual bonds, but we're good. But as I was saying, I tend to grab onto other people's enthusiasms. So my one daughter loves softball. I'm now a softball coach. My other daughter loves Hamilton, and I watch Hamilton. I learned the songs and read another book about it and all that other good stuff. One of the things I talked about the first day of school is tell me a show you're watching. And someone said Criminal Minds. I started watching Criminal Minds because the student said it was really good. I love Criminal Minds. My wife, about 5 years ago, was on some coupon blog or something like that. And after a while looking at that, I would be happy to go to the store. Yes, I was happy to go to the store because she would give me a list of 10 things and 20 coupons, and I would walk out of there not paying anything, and once they paid me money. And that was kind of fun. So grab on other people's excitement. It's more fun as a team. Course goals. I want to maximize your score, okay, your kid's score, on the AP exam. I want you to become confident that new and challenging material can be mastered. I want students to beat AP chemistry. It's nice to let that curriculum be the bad guy and you get to fight against it together. And I want to change the mindset about AP chemistry. Zeros in AP chemistry, it's really hard. You enjoyed it, you're a liar. When you realize you have to take the AP chemistry test today and you cry. And you shall not pass for the great Lord of the Rings stuff. I look at these memes after the AP exam, and kids are looking for what they didn't know what that was, and I'm proud. I'm proud that you put the work in so that your kids work the way I asked them to, and they do really well. I had 3 or 4 people email me and say, I was given credit at Vanderbilt, but I don't know if I should take it because I didn't know if we covered everything in AP chemistry. Well, we covered everything in AP chemistry, and we're going to do that again next year. And my personal philosophy in teaching is to convert pretty smart to almost genius. I challenge kids. I ask them questions. I push them different ways. I encourage them to challenge each other and challenge me, and to show that that challenge is really where genius is. And genius comes from the word new. So we want to have new ideas and push things and something we didn't expect. Grading practices are a little different this year than any other year. Tests are worth 100%. So we have a test per topic. I call it chapter. We're rearranging it. AP chemistry, but it's basically a test per chapter, which is about every 1.5 to 2 weeks. Their first one is on Tuesday, the day after Labor Day. I know that's coming in, but there will be a cumulative test for 3 topics, and the semester exam will be 9 topics. Everything else besides those tests is preparation, does not contribute to the grade that goes on. They're graded 1 through 3. 3 is an A or a B plus. They don't need to worry about too much with their comment. The most prevalent comment was you forgot units on 3, right? So you'd be a 3, you did everything right, but forgot units. That would cost you points, but it's still clearly you've mastered the content. 2 is passing or a submission issue, and 1 is unacceptable. How is this year different? Well, we're on block scheduling. So that means there's often going to be icky feelings at the end of class. So you do a day and a half in a day, and we have to keep that schedule to get through all the content. So day and a half in a day, so sometimes you're going to leave class going, I don't know what's going on. And I try to fix that with podcasts. So podcasts are YouTube videos. I called them podcasts before YouTube. Again, this is my old mistake. I've been podcasting since 2004, which means I've been doing Vimeo videos, Yahoo videos, and now YouTube videos. So the podcast, they can watch them and take notes. So that helps get rid of the icky feeling that they have from, I don't know what's going on, I don't know what's going on, and then we practice it and build that confidence. So sometimes they'll be just introduced in a block thing, asked to practice it, and then we'll go over it until it's The labs are virtual. The lab analysis is real. AP Chemistry only tests you on lab analysis. You have to understand what goes on in a lab. They test you on that too. But the analysis, we are boom right on it. And we will still cover the entire thing. Typical class, we join, we take attendance. While we're doing that, they do a pod quiz, which is 3 questions in 4 minutes. It's open note. It's supposed to be the main idea, so it activates the prior knowledge on every level stuff that we take. Then we'll take questions and do problems. And sometimes when that happens, we just do that for 25 minutes. Can we do number 3? Yes. Can we do number 7? Yes. And these kids are so good. It's so wonderful to be at LT. They ask questions that are on point and the hard questions. And then I will reteach the same information that was in the podcast because that was their introduction. So they watch a YouTube video introducing it. I teach it again to give them that depth and comfort with it. And then we'll either do problem sets in small groups, or we'll do virtual labs in small groups, and Zoom does that. I do want students to write by hand. It activates more parts of their brain to enhance their learning. Your kids are busy. They do so many things that this actually cuts down on the time it takes for them to study and absorb. How do I know how my child is doing? You can get a Canvas account and see grades. Go to YouTube, type in parent Canvas. It will give you a video on how to do it. Canvas is the practice, so this just shows how to do it. Honestly, I was thinking about this. What you should do is just get your kid's Canvas password. It's not like you're hacking into anything, all that private. You're, taking care of all this stuff anyway. There's a to-do list on the right-hand side, and if there's stuff on the to-do list, it hasn't been done yet. That's the homework. It's that simple. As long as your teacher puts a due date in there, that'll have everything on there. I make sure I put due dates on there just because of that. Infinite Campus shows the reported grade. That would be only tests. So that's it. You need to get in touch with me. bfalli@lths.net. I'll get in touch with you within 48 hours, probably less. Students can email me, and I will join students in the Zoom. These are the Zoom times I hope to use, 7:45 to 8:45, Tuesday through Friday. Every once in a while, I get called away to a meeting. So I talk about the curriculum stuff. I am on the curriculum staff development team, so I have a meeting next week on Thursday, so I wouldn't be able to meet that. But typically, I'm available. That's called Vita Plena time, and that's what I'm there for them to do whatever they need. And then 2:50 to 3:15, Monday through Friday, same deal. That's also, I think, Vita Plena time, but I'm there to help. So I think I can help kids do better. Again, I try to maximize their grade, which maximizes their learning, and maximize their fun, which maximizes their learning. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope your students enjoy AP chemistry just as much. So I would say to the student.